Our story takes us back thousands of years to Mesopotamia, the land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. This fertile crescent was where civilization first took root. Here the wheel turned, writing was born, and cities rose. Among these pioneers, one city would rise to prominence: Babylon. This is the story of Babylon. Babylon was a city of firsts, a melting pot of cultures and ideas. Its people made groundbreaking strides in mathematics, astronomy, and law. They developed irrigation systems, transforming the arid landscape into a bountiful breadbasket. Babylonian astronomers mapped the stars and planets with astonishing accuracy. Their mathematicians developed concepts of geometry and algebra. The Code of Hammurabi, a comprehensive set of laws, stands as a testament to their pursuit of justice and order. This document influenced lawgivers throughout the ancient world. Its emphasis on fairness and accountability echoes through the ages. Babylon's rise is a tale of gradual ascent, ambition, and opportunity. Initially, it was a humble settlement among Mesopotamian city-states. The fertile land, nourished by the Tigris and Euphrates, was ripe for cultivation. Early Babylonians developed irrigation systems to sustain their crops and population. Trade flourished as merchants transported surplus grain and textiles. As Babylon's wealth grew, so did its ambitions. Rulers forged diplomatic ties, securing borders and paving the way for expansion. This period of growth laid the foundation for Babylon's dominance. It was a time of building material wealth and a reputation for strength. The stage was set for a new power to emerge in Mesopotamia, a power that would shape the destiny of an empire. This is the story of Babylon's rise. The First Babylonian dynasty around the 19th century BCE marked a turning point. Sumu-Abum, the dynasty's founder, recognized Babylon's strategic importance. He embarked on military campaigns, subduing neighboring city-states. His successors continued his expansionist policies. They invested in infrastructure, constructing temples, palaces, and defensive walls. These projects symbolized Babylon's growing might and prestige. The city's population swelled as people from conquered territories flocked to it. This influx contributed to a flourishing of art, literature, and scholarship. The First Babylonian dynasty laid the foundation for the city's golden age. This period of unprecedented power and prosperity reached its zenith under Hammurabi. Hammurabi, the sixth king of the First Babylonian dynasty, ascended to the throne in 1792 BCE. He inherited a significant power in Mesopotamia, but envisioned a united Mesopotamia with Babylon at its head. Through strategic alliances and military victories, Hammurabi subdued his rivals. His conquests created the First Babylonian Empire, a vast state. Hammurabi was not merely a conqueror, he was also a shrewd administrator. His reign left an indelible mark on the ancient world. Hammurabi understood that true power lay in establishing order and justice. He commissioned the Code of Hammurabi, a comprehensive legal code. This document offers a window into ancient Babylonian society. The code was a practical guide to resolving disputes and maintaining order. It covered issues from family law to trade practices and criminal justice. The code's 282 laws reflected Hammurabi's desire for a society governed by law. It established the principle of codified law where rules and punishments were defined. Despite its flaws, the code represented a significant step forward in law and justice. It influenced legal systems from ancient Rome to the modern era. Hammurabi's legacy as a lawgiver endures. The Code of Hammurabi is often lauded for its legal principles, but it had inherent inequalities. The principle of an eye for an eye was not applied universally. Punishments varied based on social status. Crimes against higher status individuals incurred harsher penalties. Slaves faced particularly harsh treatment under the code. Women occupied a subordinate position with limited rights. Despite these inequalities, the code represented a departure from arbitrary power. It established a system where all individuals were subject to the same laws. The code provided a framework for resolving disputes and maintaining order. Its impact on the development of law and civilization is undeniable. The code's legacy endures. Hammurabi's reign was defined by more than legal reforms. He was a shrewd diplomat, military strategist, and patron of the arts and sciences. Under his rule, Babylon flourished as a center of trade, learning, and culture. Hammurabi invested in infrastructure, expanding irrigation systems and constructing temples. He understood the importance of controlling trade, making Babylon a hub of commerce. Caravans brought wealth and exotic goods to Babylon's marketplaces. Hammurabi's reign marked a golden age for Babylonian culture. Literature, music, and astronomy flourished under his patronage. Hammurabi's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He was a conqueror and a visionary leader who valued law, order, and justice. While Hammurabi's code is his most enduring legacy, he was a king of his time. His reign was marked by contradictions. He was a devout worshipper of the Babylonian Pantheon, particularly Marduk. Religious practices were essential to maintaining cosmic order and prosperity. The king's piety legitimized his rule and solidified his authority. Hammurabi's reign witnessed intense religious activity and grand temple construction. Beyond the code, his reign offers a glimpse into the complexities of ancient leadership. Political power, religious devotion, and military prowess were intertwined. Understanding Hammurabi's rule requires looking beyond his legal pronouncements. The foundation of Babylon's grandeur was its agricultural prowess. The fertile land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers was a gift from annual floods. Babylonians mastered irrigation, transforming the arid landscape into a breadbasket. They devised sophisticated irrigation systems to harness the river's waters. These networks allowed them to control water flow and ensure crop supply. The mastery of irrigation supported a large and thriving population. Babylonians cultivated barley, wheat, dates, and vegetables. Surplus produce became a valuable commodity for trade. This agricultural success was the lifeblood of Babylonian society. Babylon, at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, became a commercial hub. The city's wealth was fueled by its merchants' ingenuity and entrepreneurial spirit. Babylonian traders established trade links with distant lands. Caravans brought luxurious textiles, jewelry, and spices to Babylon. This constant flow of goods transformed the city into a cosmopolitan center. Foreign merchants, artisans, and scholars enriched Babylonian society. Babylon's vibrancy and dynamism were shaped by trade. The Euphrates River was the lifeblood of Babylon, shaping its layout and beliefs. The river's annual floods were seen as a blessing, a time of renewal. Babylonians personified the river as Enki, the god of wisdom and water. They sought to appease Enki through offerings, prayers, and festivals. The river dictated the rhythm of daily life in Babylon. Its banks were a gathering place for socializing, commerce, and ceremonies. Fishermen, women, and children relied on the river for sustenance and recreation. The river was woven into the fabric of Babylonian society. It was a source of life and prosperity. A pantheon of gods and goddesses. The ancient Babylonians perceived the world as teeming with unseen forces and powerful deities. Their religious beliefs shaped their understanding of the universe and their interactions with one another. A vast pantheon of gods and goddesses presided over specific domains of existence. These deities were active participants in mortal affairs. Their favor sought after, their wrath feared. The Babylonians believed these gods influenced everything from weather to matters of love, war, and justice. Among the vast array of Babylonian deities, one god rose to prominence, becoming synonymous with the city itself, Marduk, the patron god of Babylon. His ascendancy mirrored the rise of Babylon itself, transforming him from a relatively minor deity associated with agriculture and storms into the king of the gods, the supreme ruler of the cosmos. Marduk's rise to power is dramatically recounted in the Babylonian creation epic, the Enigma. According to this myth, Marduk, armed with his mighty weapons and possessing unparalleled wisdom and magical prowess, confronted and vanquished Tiamat, a primordial goddess representing chaos and disorder. From Tiamat's slain body, Marduk fashioned the heavens and the earth, establishing order from chaos and creating the world as the Babylonians knew it. This victory established Marduk as the supreme deity, the protector of Babylon and the guarantor of its prosperity. His temple, Esagila, meaning house whose head is raised, located in the heart of Babylon, became the city's most sacred site, a place where kings sought his favor, priests performed elaborate rituals, and ordinary citizens came to offer prayers and sacrifices, hoping to secure their place within Marduk's divine order. The Babylonian skyline, a testament to the city's architectural ingenuity and religious fervor, was dominated by a structure that embodied both the power of their gods and their own aspirations, the ziggurat. These monumental stepped pyramids, built from mud brick and often faced with glazed bricks, were not merely places of worship. They were conceived as sacred mountains, artificial hills designed to connect the earthly realm with the heavens. The ziggurat's towering presence served as a constant reminder of the gods' power and their watchful gaze over the city. Its summit, crowned with a shrine dedicated to the city's patron deity, was considered the dwelling place of the god, a sacred space accessible only to the highest-ranking priests. These priests played a crucial role in Babylonian society, acting as intermediaries between the gods and mortals. They performed daily rituals, offered sacrifices, interpreted omens, and sought to appease the gods through prayer and divination. The ziggurat, a focal point for religious activity, served as a stage for these rituals, its imposing structure amplifying the priests' pronouncements and reinforcing the power of the gods they served. Babylon, even in its infancy, understood the language of power, and nothing spoke louder than its walls. These weren't mere barriers of brick and mortar, they were statements of dominance designed to awe and intimidate. Under Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon's walls achieved legendary status, becoming synonymous with the city's might. The Ishtar Gate, named for the goddess of war and love, blazed with vibrant blue glazed bricks, its surface a menagerie of mythical beasts. These walls weren't just about defense, they were a spectacle, a declaration of Babylon's status as the center of the world. The Tower of Babel. Fact, fiction, or symbolism. No tale from ancient Babylon captures the imagination quite like the Tower of Babel. Mentioned in biblical texts, the tower embodies humanity's ambition and the consequences of hubris. Its exact location remains shrouded in the mists of time, but its symbolic power endures. Was there a literal tower, a ziggurat that dared to pierce the heavens? Archaeological evidence remains elusive, leaving us searching for clues. Some scholars speculate its origins lie in Etemenanki, a ziggurat dedicated to Marduk. Others argue it's a symbolic creation, a cautionary tale about unchecked ambition. Whether a physical structure or a literary device, the Tower of Babel continues to fascinate. The enigma of the Hanging Gardens. Lost to the sands of time, yet eternally etched in wonder, are the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Listed among the seven wonders, the gardens remain a tantalizing enigma. Were they truly a feat of engineering, a verdant paradise in Mesopotamia? Greek historians describe terraced levels overflowing with exotic flora. Water drawn from the Euphrates flowed through ingenious systems, yet no definitive archaeological evidence has been found. Some scholars question their existence, suggesting they may be exaggerated tales. Whether reality or myth, the Hanging Gardens continue to captivate. Section 1. A legacy etched in time. Babylon's sun, once a beacon illuminating the ancient world, eventually dipped below the horizon of history. The city, once a thriving metropolis, succumbed to time, its stories fading into legend. Yet Babylon's profound impact on human civilization endures. Its legacy resonates through law, knowledge, and our stories. The Code of Hammurabi stands as a testament to the human desire for order. Babylonian advancements in mathematics and astronomy laid the groundwork for scientific inquiry. Section 2. Echoes of Babylon. The stories of Babylon woven into human mythology continue to captivate and inspire. The Tower of Babel serves as a cautionary tale of human ambition and the importance of communication. The Hanging Gardens embody humanity's desire to create beauty in harsh environments. Babylon's legacy endures in the mark it left on human thought and ambition. The story of Babylon reflects our capacity for greatness, folly, and our search for knowledge.